Scourge, and he's like, I didn't mean to bother. Like, he's basically like apologizing for playing. And no, I disagree with that attitude. Nitrogen, I hope you show up to every single King of the Hill. I really do. Because
it'll help, period.
Yeah, you will get better. You got to just have the patience for it. So, definitely well played. We're going to go ahead along with, I think, the next lineup, because I think this list is actually not too bad.
Cool.
There are a couple of unknowns in here, but I'm liking the end of the list potentially here. So, yeah, it should be some good stuff. We're going to see maybe a little bit of a rematch. So, it should be good times. All right. So next up should be the Wuss. All right, so we are going to see a little bit of Furious Heights. This is going to be Zam versus the Wuss. Should be good times. And am I too loud tonight, guys? Can I get some feedback on IRC? I might need to adjust my volume slightly. Either way, we're going live. So we're going to bring in the colors. Woo. All right, the Wuss. Get an RA spawn, and Jahar, why don't you bring us in with what Zam is up to?
Well, we just saw Zam getting initial control of that Mega Health, and I'm digging his tag tonight, and the colors. Wow, it just
it works. It all works.
No two ways knowing what he's up to, but he's kind of meandering around the side of the map, stacking up on weapons, making sure he's got good control of the Mega side before moving into the red. And now the attack is being made. Zam backing out, doing a little initial damage there, but actually not doing so much after the fact. And now we might be seeing the Wuss moving back on over towards the Mega Health side of the map, and actually that's going to be open for quite some time. And
yeah,
the Wuss was indeed able to get that.
Yeah, the Wuss was able to get that Mega, so he's actually slightly better off here as this red is about to spawn. He's in a pretty good position too. He's a little bit wide open, but he's not in any normal spot. Zam gets popped over the RA, and no one is going directly for this thing. Looks like the Wuss goes for it finally, but Zam's able to put him down because way too many rockets had connected in that exchange. So Zam does pick up first blood. We do have Mega coming up in about 3 seconds. Zam is in position to take it, but here comes the Wuss, long range with Railgun. So he's gotten a pretty good start, although he's missing his rails, and that is the 4th one in a row missed by the Wuss. Finally, they start to connect. Although Zam now is also connecting with his, down to 49 health for Zam, but he's able to pull off the final shot first. And the Wuss will go down again to Zam, who is raging his way to a 2-point lead at the moment, although he just missed a little jump there. So let's go take a look at the Wuss on the recovery.
Yeah, well, the rails that he did there, and actually this is some really, high rail aggression from the Wuss. Straight off of the spawn, he's not really doing... Oh, Zam gets a little kinky with the pillar and is going to have to depend on this Mega Health to keep him alive here. But the Wuss's aggression here is fairly interesting, and actually if he hit more of those rails from before, I think he would have done better at that point, obviously. But
this would be a tie game at least. I mean, he's at 18% rail. And he shot, I think it was like 6 rails and hit 2, and even then, Zam was still down to 49 points of health. I mean, so it was, aim not quite warmed up for the Wuss, perhaps. We might see that change over the course of time. And also, folks, obviously we are using Ustream again tonight because I want to do a little bit of a back-to-back comparison to see what people think of the quality using PicMip. And I'm actually kind of loving. I'm loving the railgun against the sort of less detailed walls because it really sticks out. It's kind of fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
But see, okay, there's again.
Actually, Zam
Wuss only hit like one of those rails, so he's got to work on that. You were going to say something about
because
Zam?
Zam isn't really moving, really decisively from area to area of the map, but the Wuss is not really putting a lot of pressure on him either, and now we're seeing a skirmish emerge here outside of the Mega Health. Zam nailing down Wuss on the right side of that, and he's going to be able to push the Wuss out of there, and it looks like the Wuss is actually living up to his name by ducking out of that fight, saying, you know what, I'm not going to stick around for this, and now low on health after that rail. Ooh, don't crater, buddy. But now Zam is just going to be able to go, you know what, this red armor, I think I can set up camp right here. If he doesn't leave it. If he doesn't leave it.
Yeah, the Wuss went back and got a rail, so he actually has an opportunity here. Now, Zam's gone for Mega, but he's way early. He did not play this position well at all because he's given away red. And given where the Wuss was stuck, Zam could have really played his stack advantage and position advantage in order to lock the Wuss in long enough to collect both items, I think. I mean, especially when Zam has been besting his opponent with aim, okay? I mean, the Wuss, as far as I'm concerned, is kind of playing defensively right now because he realizes his aim is not quite there. So, yeah, that's, I think, a little bit of a mistake. Zam could have really capitalized on that better. Got another fight for the Mega coming up now.
And actually, you know, we look at the item trade-offs. We're not seeing Zam getting a lot of opportunities to go too far ahead. The Wuss, you know, while playing defensively, he's been popping out and doing quite a bit of damage here. Nice bit of LG, but with 77 health left, Zam is going to be taking the frag and taking control of red armor once again. So, again, yeah, if the Wuss's aim was different here, even just working with that style of play, we'd be seeing a vastly different score. But even that being said, we're halfway through the match here, and it's still only 3-0. So, if the Wuss, you know, just changes a few small things as far as aggression goes and as far as pacing, he could really catch Zam flat-footed here.
Yeah. So I'm going to go take a look at the Wuss, because if he can get this red cleanly, this is a window in for him. And one thing he's going to have to watch out for, though, is rocket management. He only has 4, and he's not in any good place unless he takes the teleporter to get some ammo. Ooh, he's going to walk into that nade there. We've got Mega... You know, coming up like 15 seconds, so the play's still going to be all around red. He has popped Zam around. He's eaten a bit of damage, but he uses the rail. Now, see, this is a mistake. He doesn't go straight to red, so he's giving away red to Zam. Zam's going to also be able to potentially collect his weapons that he dropped. I guess he doesn't know that they're still there. And so here, you know, the Wuss, again, this is a reversal. Oh, see that railgun? That, you should steal that railgun, if nothing else, to give you more ammo before it fades. Because it was right there, you know, and I mean, Zam already had a railgun normally, but ammo is always helpful.
Well, if I'm looking at his accuracy right now, and the Wuss is currently rocking 23% rail, and we might start to see that kind of climb back up here as he's taken more angle shots. Just a little bit off, finally hitting 1 out of those 3. Mega is up,
2.
Zam's gonna get it, but Wuss does land the rail. It's gonna be burning off most of that Mega health. So Zam is actually, you know, gonna kind of be on the back foot here with 131 and 47, but the Wuss even more so right now. He does get red armor, and he does still manage to keep this kind of a 1 item for each player kind of situation.
Yeah, it really has been a lot of back and forth with the items, and Wuss had the height position for red. And it seemed like, ooh, he's able to fend off Zam with 33 health at the exit of that
Zam
fight.
getting mad?
Oh, really? That's never happened.
What a surprise.
But no, but this is really interesting though, because you know, that red fight, that last pickup of red, I guess the second to last pickup of red, could have been all Wuss's favorite. He wasn't quite sure how quickly Zam was moving though, so he was actually looking for a shot kind of ahead, and he turned very slowly to check to watch Zam come through the lower entrance, and you know, that was a point where he really could have locked Zam out of the room had he snapped very quickly and laid a bunch of spam in the corridor. That being said, he's about to take Zam down again, and he does so 3-3 now, and with 2.5 minutes left to go. This is where Zam kind of falls apart a lot of times because he lets his emotions get the better of him. So we're going to go watch Zam now, because honestly I feel like the Wuss has gotten warmed up a little bit. He's feeling a little bit more confident, and Zam's going to be the guy to basically unsettle the Wuss or unsettle himself.
And actually, you know, this is actually really impressive here, and just like you mentioned, the Wuss has been able to, for what it's worth, keep his head while being the down player and just kind of keep a nice steady pace of his game. Ooh, nice rail there as Zam goes in for the Mega health, but I'm wondering, you know, if Zam starts to let this slip, is he going to be able to kind of recollect himself and, you know, kind of put his head back in the game, or is this going to just be a downward slope from him now?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question to ask, because I mean, the biggest issue though is the time. You know, that's probably making him a little bit nervous, because you think, oh, that's good initial damage. He finally eats a little bit of a rocket, but Zam right now is winning here. Although, ooh, that rail's going to even things up. He picks up the Mega and lands a rail of his own. The Wisp backs off to red armor.